Hello, hello, and welcome back to the Holistic Witch's Cottage. My name is Melissa, and I am the Holistic Witch. And today there is much to talk about, and we'll talk about how everything is connected. We'll talk about holidays past and a holiday coming, some social media kerfluffle, and goals for the new year, and whatever else comes up. So let's start with Yule and Christmas. So that was last week. I think I did talk about my Yule log, chocolate Yule log that I made that was tasty, but I think I am suffering a bit from excess sugar on that. It's the first time I ate real store-bought manufactured frosting maybe in over 5 years. So Miss Melissa wasn't feeling so hot after that, but it was tasty, and chocolate frosting makes excellent spackle in case you roll up your Yule log or your spongy cake rolls and they break. So that's a good witchy tip. Frosting as spackle. Okay, so Yule was fine. We celebrate a birthday in our home at Yule. So Yule, winter solstice, I prefer to celebrate more of the science end of winter solstice, astronomically and with some spirit work. I said before that cultural Yule doesn't resonate with me so much because I don't have a lot of ancestral or cultural ties to that. So let's move on from there. And the birthday seemed to be fine. Everybody seemed to be happy. So let's move on to Christmas. So at the cottage, we decided to keep it kind of low key, honestly, because we don't need a lot. And I'm calling that a big blessing. So thanks be to God on that. So we decided to go more homesteady, more cottagey. There were a lot of bags and cute baskets of coffee and coffee syrups and yummy jams and canned things from home canned articles from the farmer's market. I did get a couple of DVDs from the kiddo, including I had found a sale. Maybe he found it and told me, and then I was smart enough to follow up on it. I don't remember. Gravity Falls, which we used to watch all the time together. My kiddo was homeschooled due to medical reasons. I am a certified licensed teacher. I taught in elementary school for many years. And when my youngest was born, there were some health problems, so life had to change up a bit. And I homeschooled him in Pennsylvania. There's a few options to do that. So I actually homeschooled him under the private tutor option because I'm a licensed teacher. I can do that. So the only reason I'm bringing that up is it gave me a little more freedom than some other might have. And our homeschool was very eclectic. And at times it was very witchy. So we used Gravity Falls as part of our homeschool curriculum, especially like the code writing and the code breaking and writing of fictional and weird stories. And Chris is 18 now, and he's exploring online courses, online college, and trying some things. As a homeschooler, he had already done some things for college credit through various sources. I can talk about that more on another day if anyone's interested in how to start that. But I always thought Crip would go in the direction of tech, and he does do that in a way, but he is much more like his mother. He is artsy, creative, and sometimes it's hard for us to dial in our ideas. But he did take a lot of writing and literature courses. I thought he was just taking them because he thought they were easy, but it turns out maybe that's going to be the direction he will go in the future. So he's working on 2 novels right now. One is more spooky, one is more paranormal crime. And I'm going to attribute Gravity Falls and Doctor Who and all those weird stories and fairy tales and folklore we used as part of our homeschool literature series, and writing about the paranormal and exploring different avenues of the paranormal and how to write about it and how to create with it. And I am hopeful that is the direction he will continue to go in the future, because he's very good at it. So Gravity Falls is here. He also asked for another anime series, manga series, which I didn't know, so I won't talk much about that because I don't know if it's good or not. So that was Christmas. Melissa got a lot of coffee, so Melissa is happy. Yay. All right. So let's talk a little bit about social media kerfluffle, because this ties into my New Year's resolutions, or let's say goals, because I'm not so crazy about the resolution work. People set New Year's resolutions, those last about 2 or 3 days, and then, they're forgotten like a leaf blowing on the wind. So one of my goals has been to start paring down some of the places I interact on social media. If you are a creator on Facebook, you are probably familiar with the dashboard tools. They give you weekly assignments that you need to fulfill, get this many new followers, get this many interactions. I had followed some of their tips to meet their dashboard requirements, and I've been fairly successful with meeting all of their dashboard requirements. But by following some of their tips, it has put me on some groups and pages that I've decided to release for the year. So I post under my real name, Melissa Myers, and I also post under my page name, the same as this podcast, the Holistic Witches Cottage, and then I have a couple private groups spun off from that, the yoga one and the camping nature one. But where I'm going with this, if I can stop rambling, is that Facebook had suggested some very large witchy magical groups, and that has helped to grow some of my numbers and meet the dashboard requirements. But over time, I feel that some of those groups do not align with the direction I want the cottage to go, and it does not align with the direction I want to go. Now, some of my mantras over the year have been witch as you wish, level up, things like that. I am not a gatekeeper. I am actually so anti-gatekeeping. But there are some groups out there that maybe do not have the best interest of the people that follow them. And I think over time, as AI has taken over more of social media, some of us can tell which groups are run by bots and which groups have human interaction on them. So I had achieved the status of expert contributor on several very large groups, and I have decided to walk away from those. I actually left them yesterday. Now, the reason for that is just because, again, I don't feel like it's not my vibe, not my tribe. My energy doesn't align with what they're doing. But some of these groups stir up hostility for likes and for interaction. So they are probably making a lot of money because all of them are monetizing. And that's cool. I have no problem with people making money from what they're doing. But I researched a little more, and these groups aren't run by people. They're run by bots, probably Facebook bots. So they're just generating their own income through their own system, which hurts real-life human creators like me and the real-life human creators like you that are out there listening or reading what I do. So if you notice that my name is missing from some of those larger groups, that's why. It was my choice. I was not kicked off. One of the straws that broke the broom was on one of the groups, messages from admin, whether it is a human or a bot, I'm not sure. I think most of them come from Facebook Assistant, so from a bot, saying if any more of this happens, people are going to get banned. This has been stated like 4 million times on there, and nothing ever happens. So there was a post. The OP seemed to be young or immature. So whether they were actually young in age or just young in behavior, this I do not know. But they were brand new baby witch, brand new, requesting a spell to hex and or unalive their mother, whom they don't get along with, and wanted spells and hexes immediately. I found that to be negative enough, but the person, whether the person is actually the mother or just someone this OP is hating on, posted the full name and address of said person, so doxed them, on a Facebook group that has close to 1 million participators. I was not cool with that, so the little ban thing came up. This is not okay, I'll ban anyone who does this, but the person was not banned. And then the 15 identical posts to it by other people were not banned either. This is not the kind of energy that Miss Melissa wants to be associated with. It's weird when I talk in the third person, but people seem to like it. I don't know. I don't want to be associated with a group that does that promotes that. Years ago, I did some ghostwriting on another platform, and I discovered over time that many of the users on that platform were under 12 years old, and there were a lot of requests for hexes and harm on parents or death to baby siblings and stuff like that. I quickly got out of that arrangement. I do not want to be associated with things like that. I do not support it. I do not like it, and so I am moving on. I am seeking new groups to interact with. I am seeking new positive pages to interact with. I am seeking new positive creators, and if you're not a creator but just like this kind of stuff, I'm seeking new followers, new friends as well. And I put some of those posts out on social media, so if that interests you, give me a holler. I'm getting better at the podcasting thing. I would love to try to do one with other people in the future as a guest or have you come on with me. I am still rough at the tech. I am getting better, so in the future that may happen. So if you have something cool to talk about or just want to chat with me, I'm a talker. I'll warn you. In advance, I will warn you. So that's what it's looking like for my energy for the new year. I want to move away from this yucky AI-controlled atmosphere and bring in some energy of real human, cool people that can build community within our magical communities. I saw a post yesterday, a woman with, again, identified as a woman. It's hard to know sometimes on social media. identified as female and said, like, where are all the other light workers? Why aren't we coming together to bring our collective energy together to fix the problems of the world? And I think there's many of us out there. Some of us have already found each other, and some are still seeking. So I'm lighting that candle. I'm putting that energy out there. If you're seeking more community to join with, come to the cottage. We're cool. And if you know other communities that are cool, send them my way and we can collaborate. Because when we all work together for positivity, I think it's a good thing. So I'm going to pause for a moment, drink some of my coffee with ginger and turmeric, and I will be right back. So I'm back after the sips of coffee. I'm feeling a little stuffy this morning. I know it's that time of year. In my part of the world, in the mountains of central Pennsylvania, we have had high wind warnings for the last several days, and we have another snowstorm coming today. And of course there's flu and RSV, and I suppose COVID is still making the rounds. So I'm feeling a little stuffy this morning. I'm hoping it's weather related, but if I need to take a sick break, I'll let you know. So let's move on to New Year's. There is a lot of folklore about New Year's. I'm just going to touch on a little bit of it. Some of it surrounds food, some of it surrounds traditions. And so let's start with the standard first day of the month type things. This is another reason I'm leaving certain groups, because they make this stuff, it feels gatekeepy to me. There is no rule written in stone that you must blow cinnamon through your door on the first of the month. If you enjoy that practice, you like that practice, you feel like it's bringing luck or prosperity, or it just makes you happy, that's awesome. Do that. It's awesome. I love it if you love it. I have a sensitivity to cinnamon. I do sometimes use it in the house. I had a cinnamon stick in I want to say it was a simmer pot, but I actually tossed it I made Vassal for Yule. And that didn't bother me so much, but like when people blow cinnamon, like powdered cinnamon in the air, the powdered cinnamon pine cone or brooms that are in stores like the dollar store, so it's probably like low-end fragrance, that kind of cinnamon triggers my asthma, so I try to avoid that type of thing. But if you enjoy that ritual, then certainly go ahead, continue to do that. But there is no rule that you have to do cinnamon. I read so many posts about, OMG, you guys, I don't know what to do. I'm a brand new baby witch. I'm not making fun of anyone here, but it's just, it gets so repetitive. I'm a brand new baby witch, and I think I blew my cinnamon wrong because my 28-year-old car that I've never maintained got a flat tire. You know, the cinnamon did not cause the flat tire, my dear. The lack of maintenance caused the flat tire. You know, some of that stuff gets tiresome for me. If you enjoy the cinnamon ritual, by all means do it. There is some concern that cinnamon in certain forms can be harmful to pets. Our Momo the Wonder Dog is sensitive to essential oils, so we don't use them in the house. So use your judgment. Check with your vet on that. I'm not a vet. I'm not a doctor. You do your own research. If you want to do the cinnamon thing, great. You do not have to, and I don't think spilling the cinnamon or not blowing it at the correct angle into the wind, chanting the correct words from some TikTok video is going to curse you for the rest of your life. I think that's ludicrous, and I wish people would stop posting that stuff. I've been doing what I do in the real world. I mean, not so much on social media. We didn't have computers when I was a kid. But I've been doing the witchy thing, the cottage witch thing, for a very, 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 very long time, like 50-ish years, okay? I know the tying cinnamon sticks in a doorway was popular in certain cultures, but this, like, even 5, maybe 6 years ago, wasn't really a thing on social media. Then suddenly it was the hugest trend. So nothing horrible is going to happen to you if you forget to do it, or you don't want to do it. Or, in my case, if you want to substitute with something else. I do first day of the month rituals, and I usually use rosemary or basil for those. And sometimes salt. It depends what my intentions are. So which as you wish. We'll move on from that topic. First day of the year, first day of the month, rabbit, rabbit, rabbit for prosperity and luck. I always post cute rabbit pictures. We used to raise rabbits here at the cottage. I would love to do that again in the future. So, because rabbits are cool, and they're cute, and they're fluffy, and sometimes they're mean. So if you get into that, let me warn you, I still have scars on my left arm from a litter of very mean commercial body, which is known as a meat rabbit breed, that we acquired from somewhere. Meanest little mothers ever, okay? So rabbit, rabbit, rabbit for luck and prosperity. Some people like to do the energy sweep with the broom. I prefer to use the vacuum cleaner, which as you wish. It's all good. Protection, revamping, amping up protection at the beginning of the month or the beginning of the year. I like to do a smoke cleansing first. Ethically sourced. I love this new phrase. I use ethically sourced sage because I grow my own, several varieties. I do my own smoke cleansing with my own ritual. I am not appropriating anyone else's ritual. I do my own. And so I will smoke cleanse the house. I may use leftover simmer pot wash to wash some door frames and window frames to freshen the energy. Those will be some things I will work on for today, and then tomorrow we will bring fresh energy into the house, to the cottage for the new year. Let's talk a little bit about food. So in my part of the world, traditionally for New Year's, people seem to eat pork and sauerkraut. So there's parties tonight at bars. They'll probably do like the hot dog thing with sauerkraut. Tomorrow we're having pork loin. I'm very sensitive to sauerkraut. It seems to cause migraines for me. So it's a migraine trigger. I don't eat it, but I like it. I just can't eat it. The boys like it. So we have that. I'm going to try collards with black-eyed peas with my pork loin this year. I don't eat much meat, but the guys do. So I'll probably be eating rice and collards and black-eyed peas. So the deal with pork for New Year's, they say hogs root forward, chickens and lobsters scratch backwards. So folklore encourages that if you eat meat, it should be pork on New Year's, okay? But which as you wish. And if you don't eat meat, eat other things. Eat what you like. That's what I do. Okay. So collards, the dark green of collards symbolizes money, so prosperity. Black-eyed peas symbolize luck, coins, and prosperity as well. So I read some different cultural folklore that eating round things on New Year's, and that can be anything from donuts to there was a cute ritual with grapes to cookies to little round black-eyed peas symbolize coins. Sometimes people count out their They're black-eyed peas and cook 365 of them to ensure prosperity and good luck all year long. I don't think I'll be doing that. I don't think I'll be counting the bag of black-eyed peas. But, if you want to, that's good. And so round things symbolize coins, money, prosperity, and good luck. So this thing with the grapes, in certain cultures they make a ring of green grapes, 12 of them, one grape for each month of the year to symbolize good luck, prosperity, and money. Okay, it's that whole circles represent coins thing. So if you don't like any of my suggestions, come up with your own. If you want to have donuts and sprinkle them with sprinkles and frosting, you can have a sweetening abundance spell. I post stuff like that all the time. People will say, what do all these recipes have to do with magic? It doesn't have to be in a jar from Etsy or a candle from the mystical store to work. Back in the day, I think my heritage of somewhere on the Christian folksy witch spectrum goes back 4 to 5 generations on both sides. And, they didn't have access to some of the things we have. So they often did their witching at the stove, on the fire, with the hearth, with the food that they made. I am very much into kitchen witchery. I am very much into cottage and food witchery, and my goal is to normalize that more. If you want a living, breathing spell in your house, start a sourdough starter like my Chucky. There you go. There's something to do for a New Year's resolution. If you are interested in growing a living, breathing spell that you can use to make an abundance of food all year long, gather up your materials today. All you need is water, spring or distilled is best. I wouldn't use any from the sink that has chlorine in it. A clean container. I use glass bowls. Some people use jars. Some people buy specialty items. I use glass bowls. I think they're Armor Hawking, and then I have some from the dollar store, the Dolly Parton brand, just because they're really cute, and they have covers. So you mix warm water, half and half. So let's say a half a cup of warm water, a half a cup of all-purpose flour. Stir that. Put it in a loosely covered bowl, out on your counter or somewhere where it's warm. Don't put it in the refrigerator yet. Add more warm water and more flour to it every day. So if I'm using a rather large bowl or a quart jar, if I'm starting with a half a cup of flour and a half a cup of water, that's going to fill half of that jar. And then so I might just be adding 2 tablespoons of flour and 2 tablespoons of water per day. Stir it up with wood. I use a Teflon spatula for mine. I recommend that you do not use metal because it affects the ferment in some way. I don't know all the science on that. And just keep doing that until it starts to bubble. And when it starts to bubble, you can start using it in baked goods. And I've talked about this and posted a million things about this, so if you want more, you can find it. Okay? But that could be a really cool thing if you want to start your cottage witchery path. Go ahead and start your own sourdough starter for tomorrow, for the first of the year, or whenever you're listening, for the next day. And then message me. Message me on Facebook. Email me on theholisticwitch@gmail.com and let me know how your starter is starting and if you have chosen a magical name for it. Mine is Chucky. I have one with rye flour too. His name is Herman, after Herman Munster. Chucky after, Chucky, the possessed doll, because everything in my life is spooky and weird. All right. So we talked about some food. Let's talk about some other superstitions. This thing about whatever you are doing on the new year is what you will be doing throughout the year. I suggest rest because I think some of us need it. Tomorrow I will be offering on the podcast, I'm starting a new series on yoga and time called Stretch and Move or something like that. It's going to be interval training of gentle stretches and then walking. So it can be chair walkers. So if you're one of my chair participants, you can sit in the chair and just step your feet. You can do the chair walking thing to the beat, and then we'll do more stretches, more warm up, and more walking. If you're going to be standing like I am, you'll be walking in place, step, touch, toes, heels, and different movements. So to resonate with the whatever you're doing on the first of the year, one of my goals is to move more, so I will be presenting that tomorrow on the podcast instead of doing a live video on yoga and time this week. The reason my pods seem to stay up forever, and I'm on Podbean, Spotify, and YouTube more, so more accessibility, and Facebook takes my stuff down after 30 days now. So if you enjoy the stretch and move, then you can play it back as much as you want, and you can even, I'll have music in the background, but you can play with your own as well if you prefer that. So other first day of the year things. They say if a dark-haired mysterious stranger enters your house after midnight, you will have an abundance of luck. I don't know any dark-haired mysterious old man strangers. The only dark-haired old man in my house is Momo the wonder dog, so I guess he'll have to work for that. Another one is about wearing red underwear for love and passion. Polka dots for prosperity, and I saw that people were getting polka dot henna or real tattoos for that. That's a little extreme for me. I own gel pens. Maybe I'll make some polka dotted cupcakes. There you go. Another way to eat ourselves and not wear them forever. So you get the idea. There's a lot out there. There's a lot of things you can try. Hanging garlic by the doorway for protection. In my Slavic background, that's something a lot of us do all year round. I have garlic about, I have salt about, I have onion peels about, because that's our cultural way. So whatever you're doing for New Year's, I wish you well. I hope that you have fun with that. Here's my recipe for collard greens and black-eyed peas. So I am recording in the Spookio where my pantry, one of my pantries are, we have several. And so I have a bag of dried black-eyed peas. I'll be using that. Hubby bought the last bag of fresh collards that he could find in the city yesterday because I said, hey, I think I want to do this. I'll be using a red onion and a cooking onion. So I will be starting with the onion, and me being me, I'll probably put some garlic cloves in that too. In some oil or butter, I think I'll be doing just the cooking spray thing to try to keep the fat down here. I'll start with the onions and the garlic. I may add some pre-cooked bacon to that for the boys. And stir that up until it's starting to get brown and crispy. In the meantime, I will de-stem and chop up some of the collard greens, and then I will add that to the mix. Stir them up, I have not read the bag on the black-eyed peas if these require a pre-soak yet. They'll probably need to be pre-cooked, and then they will be added in as well. And then I'll be adding a container of chicken broth, any other herbs and spices that I choose. I'll probably go with my regulars, which would be like basil, rosemary, and thyme, maybe oregano too. And follow the cooking instructions from the black-eyed peas and cook those up in my big pot, stirring clockwise or docile for positivity, to bring positivity and goodness into the new year. Okay, so that's my recipe. I posted on social media that I am offering a free Release and Embrace 2 rune pull on my Camping Witches group. So for the first 10 that respond, if I don't get 10 responses, I'll just go ahead and roll with it later today with however many I have. Last I saw, there were several up already. Okay. For the group, I am offering a 3 rune pull. The group of listeners. Okay. So I am using Elder Futhark runes. I just felt drawn to using runes instead of tarot or the pendulum for today. I pulled before the podcast to make sure that it made sense not to change them, but every once in a while, like if something gets damaged, it's hard to read and then it's embarrassing for the podcast. So I already pulled these, so I know that I have 3 runes that I can read in front of me. I made my runes on little wooden discs, so sometimes they fade. So I don't think these need refresh. These look good. So 3 rune pull for past, present, and future. So the rune to represent the past is Algiz, which symbolizes dreams, protection, and shielding. Is there something you're protecting in your life? Is there something or someone you're shielding in your life? Or do you have a dream that you're afraid to go out and embrace because you're protecting your heart from it? If any of those resonate, maybe you want to research runes and Algiz, spelled Algiz. I know some people pronounce them differently than me. I've seen lots of different pronunciations and heard lots of different ones online. The rune for the present is Opila, which kind of looks like a fish standing on his tail. Algiz is a Y with a stick up through the middle. It sort of looks like a rake. Opila looks like a fish standing on his tail. This is our present rune, and it represents heritage and estate. That could mean money. It could relate to positivity around the home. I have a lot of people reach out to me, hey, Melissa, how did you guys start your cottage lifestyle on like almost no money? And I do post about that sometimes. Maybe this is the year. Maybe this is the year for everyone this resonates with. Maybe this is the year to start your cottage lifestyle. Or if you already have it, to grow your cottage, to grow your homestead. Maybe it's the year. We're ending that yucky 9-year cycle of the year of the snake, and we're approaching the year of the horse. So our rune of, I should spell out Opila. If that resonated with you, you can look it up. You can Google it. Opila. Opila. And then the rune of the future is Rado or Rido. Okay? It looks like the letter R with his little foot kicking out. So it's kind of a little energetic capital letter R, spelled R-A-I-D-O, and it symbolizes the ride or the journey to positivity. So new beginnings, fresh starts, new adventures. So I think that's a pretty good reading. Maybe you had a dream, maybe you've been in shielding or protection mode. I know some of us still are feeling the effects from COVID from 5 years ago. Okay. Maybe you're still in turtle mode. Maybe you're still self-protecting. Maybe you're shielding. And then we're moving forth to growing our home, growing our heritage. Maybe that means children. Oh, there was something about fertility. If you hang garlic on the right side of your back door on New Year's, it's a fertility spell. For those people that ask me about fertility spells. That's one I didn't know. Okay. And then our future rune is Lido. Embrace the adventure, embrace the ride, embrace the journey. 6 months ago, I wasn't a podcaster, and it's going okay. So I'm going to continue to embrace the ride, embrace the adventure. I'm starting a new adventure in our local library. There's been some changes. As a former teacher, I feel like I have the skills to maybe bring a children's library section that was collapsing and crumbling back to life. At least I hope so. I want to end this. I was going to say this in the middle, but I think I need to put it out there because I've talked about it. There's been a lot of hate on the bigger groups, especially some of those larger groups that I left. There's been a lot of hate. I think it always happens after Christmas and Easter towards people that identify under the Christian witch, the Christo-pagan, the Christian Gnostic, the Christian whatever, Christian light worker umbrella. Okay, there's been a lot of hate out there. Again, it happens in cycles. I've watched this for years. My groups embrace all paths. I, myself, have a Christian folk witch heritage. I do not currently attend a Christian church. I attend UU online. There are many Christians. There are Christian witches. There are Christo-pagans. There are non-Christian pagans. There are pagans. All sorts of spiritualities are represented under the UU umbrella. I find that right now that is a nice home for me. I had drifted away for a bit because there were some pastor changes, but I like their energy right now. Your vibe attracts your tribe, and I like their energy right now, so that seems to be a good home for me. On my page, on my groups, there will not be bashing of Christian practitioners. If that path does not resonate with you, if that path does not make sense to you, that's fine. I respect your path, but that does not give you permission to bash other people on pages or groups that I am the administrator of. I won't have it, and I removed 3 people this week because I was tired of their mansplaining that my little female brain just couldn't comprehend what they were saying. This little female brain is very educated, and some 16-year-old punk that dropped out of high school didn't need to be mansplaining, voice-plaining to me about how he was right and I was wrong because he still needs to deconstruct from whatever evangelical hell he was subjected to. I am sorry that happened to him, but that is not my background. It is not the background of a lot of people that I know. I've helped a lot of people with deconstruction. I will continue to help people with deconstruction. And I would have been happy to help him if he wasn't such an asshole about it. So I will leave it at that. Happy New Year, rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. Blow your cinnamon or not. Light white candles to bring in positivity. If you want to carve runes into them, I'm putting up a reference on the cottage page. You can, if you don't like runes, you can write words in them. Sometimes I just carve in smiley faces because smiley faces are good. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, blessings on your journey. This was a long one today. Bye-bye.